stop what you're doing and watch this video if you care about real estate on Maui and or vacation rentals here. The county just reached, or just came out with the TIG findings, the Temporary Investigative Group, I believe. Tamara Paulton, I always forget, Fernandez, Noelani Hodgins, and Tom Cook. They were the four members of the committee. And now I just kind of want to go over what I'm reading, and I put it in ChatGPT and said, hey ChatGPT, telling me if I'm reading this wrong or not, because it seems like Maui County is walking back 60 or 70% of the ban. But again, like, I'm not a lawyer. Be very, very clear, I am not a lawyer. However, there's two things on page 11. It says look at Exhibit 2. Let's see, make sure it's page 11. Page 11, yes. So it says recommended action, and it says make some changes about apartment to hotel zoning, which I don't know what that means. But then it says changes in community plan designations for properties noted in Exhibit 2. And located in South Maui as a part of the Council's review of the South Maui Community Plan update. So, and then the third recommended action is Council initiated changes to community plan designations for all other properties noted in Exhibit 2. We're gonna have to change the video to be wide angle. Now we are wide angle. Those are the three recommended actions. And now when you go to Exhibit 2, if you scroll down to page 20, it says this is Exhibit 2. Oh, wait a second, why is there? I had Exhibit 3 and 4, I had a way longer. Oh, anyway, so I'm missing part of the report on the one here, but that doesn't matter to you, because the point is when you scroll down to page 20, Exhibit 2, it has a bunch of properties. And like properties like Maui Vista, Maui Kamaole 3, Kihei Bay Surf, Maui Kamaole 2, Kapalua Bay Villas, Halika-Anapali, Hanakai Maui, Maui El Dorado, Wailea e Kahi, Wailea e Kolu, Ka'anapali Royale, Palms at Wailea, Lahaina Beach Club, Kahana Outrigger, oh my gosh, Lahaina Roads is not on there. Whoa, that blows my mind. Lahaina Roads is like epic front row Maui. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's huge for Lahaina Roads. That is significant. So, quoted text, citation, page 6 to 8 of the PDF. The economic impact to the county, especially as it relates to real property taxes, is difficult to predict because classifications, tiers, and rates may change over time. Now, what they're saying is we could take them away and charge more taxes so we wouldn't lose more money. Yeah, they could do that. So, assuming current RPT classifications remain, meaning RPT is real property taxes, the impact will be largest if all units become owner-occupied and smallest if all units become non-owner-occupied. So non-owner-occupied would mean all those 7,167 Minotaureless condos, which that's the number I have in my head from the beginning of this. I keep seeing 6,000 now, but I remember 7,167. Sorry if I'm wrong. However, all those properties were to go to non-owner-occupied rather than vacation rental, they would lose taxes. Well, of course, then they raise taxes again. They just said that. So, similarly, fewer TVRs could result in a reduction in tourism. Go figure. Less vacation rentals, less tourism. Interesting. Additionally, many apartment district TVRs are in West Maui. Housing may still become available to displaced residents if TVR owners choose to sell. Sell your condo if you own a TVR in West Maui. Simple. The TIG discussed ways to mitigate, including through an empty homes tax. Ooh, 3%, 5%, 10%? The TIG acknowledged local and out-of-state investors could purchase properties placed on the market. Meaning, you gotta sell it because you can't vacation rent anymore? I'm gonna buy it. I'm a mainland investor. That's what they just said. I think I've heard that one before. So, and now when we essentially read those, it's like the fiscal risk, we can't tell for sure because we can raise taxes. And you know, non-local people could buy them as well, so it wouldn't actually impact housing stock. Legal significance, Phasing out TVRs will yield affordable housing. It frames an intent. So now they're saying, well, we would like it to happen, but it might not happen. So, I mean, another way to read that, we could say that there's a skepticism of the phase out actual results, meaning, well, people that don't live here could buy them, and people that live here could still not live there, whether or not they're vacation rentals. Now, if we go to page 8, TIG noted that property owners wishing to continue TVR uses may apply for land use designation changes, and suggesting that we could create an expedited process to do that, so zoning could change. I read, yeah, you remember when I said H3, H4 from A1 to A2, so I don't know. Like if they call it a hotel zone, then maybe it's just a hotel and they don't have to do anything, not sure. So pages 8 to 10, again, creation of the H3 and H4 districts. 10 to 12 talks about Exhibit 2, barriers to implementation, the length of time for land use designation changes, and this is where they get into the logistics of the time frame and the expeditious, creating an expediting process. The policy idea is to increase inventory of long-term housing units and limit number of visitor accommodation units. That's what they're trying to seek out, which, I mean, increase the inventory of long-term housing units is definitely a good idea. Limit number of visitor accommodation units. Well, Maui only has, 15% of Oahu, and we have more vacation rentals, so maybe there's some reasonable logic there. I don't know. So pages 12 to 14, just kind of like now we get into like a sort of repetitive cycle, economic observations from before, and it kind of, just kind of says it all again. I think that, and then we go into the UHERO, University of Hawaii Economic RO, I forget what RO is. And it talks about 15% less visitor spending, 1,900 jobs lost, that's significant. 6,127 units. See, I remember I said 7127 or 7167, this says 6127, I don't know. Property tax loss, maybe $60 million a year. That ain't nothing to shake a stick at. You could take $60,000 a year and buy $125,000, $100,000 condos a year, or let's see, 3,000, 60 million, 3,000. There's $300,000 condos right now. How many is 60 million to 300,000? I don't even know how to do that math. However, I can tell you, maybe 200. Yeah. So you take 60 million by $300,000 condos and then give them away. How's that? $60 million a year. In 3 years, we're at 600 condos that they gave away to people. That is a good idea. Government, I think you should do that. All right, now, cannot make binding decisions. The TIG cannot make binding decisions. Yeah, I mean, that's good, I guess. There are 4 members of the county council. There's 5 other ones. They should let all 9 members make the binding decision. Wow. So they are officially dissolved after they gave that report today. So there's no temporary investigative group. All right, let's summarize everything that I just talked about. Exhibit 2, properties for continuing TVR uses may be appropriate. Big deal. A curated list of complexes recommending to retain TVR use via rezoning, and a descriptive inventory of all currently legal TVR properties. Next section, H3, H4, like A1, A2 equals H3, H4. Create equivalent hotel zones just to keep them. So change zoning. There you go. Economic findings, difficult to predict. Sort of feel like now we might be experiencing the economic implications of this. So I think we could say, could be like now or worse. The economy is tough. I know a lot of, so I talked to the owner of Lemongrass a couple days ago in Chinese. He's a Chinese owner. And so he said business is 不好 and 不是那种一般的不好，是非常非常非常的不好. So what that means is not a normal bad. It means very, 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 very bad. So I think that he's got existential concerns right now. So I'm actually going to go and eat some food at his place tonight to support his business because he needs people to help him stay open. So I'm gonna do that. You can do that too. Lemongrass, Kahului, good place. All right, so housing benefits, it probably would increase housing. So me, I was gonna buy a condo because I own a vacation rental condo, and I was gonna buy another residential condo. And then my nephew asked me to move it with me. So residential condos, they only got 2 parking spots, we need 3. I can't buy one of these condos right now. Oh, or I could, I guess. And he just have to park on the street. I could do that. That's a good idea. I like that idea. Process, it just talks about what it is, talks about rezoning en masse when they get the new H hotel districts, and dissolution, procedural overreach. That's kind of what it is. That's it. So it looks to me like the recommendation is 80% of those places that are apartment zone vacation rentals, they're recommending should stay vacation rentals. I'm not a lawyer, remember that. I don't read legal stuff, and it's only a recommendation. They have no authority to bind to anything. They bind, there's the word bind in there. They don't have the authority to make something binding. However, read it. I'll put the link in the comment section below. Aloha.